think where you actually want to go with this, because Pavaga, so you got your Darkseer plus Earth Spirit. Matching up against this Juggernaut. You need a safe lane that can handle Slardar reasonably well, maybe one with range. I'm wondering about Lifesteal. Lifesteal used to get countered hard by the Slardar, but with the changes, you bully pretty hard back.
I like that a bit better. I really do. I think you want... I think Lifestealer, absolutely, as we talked about in the last draft, is going to be a thing in this patch. I expect to see Nake's Puck come back in a big way, but I don't like the Lifestealer matchup against the Juggernaut to begin with, and then when you add in the Slardar, I think that's just, it's asking for trouble. I think when I see a Juggernaut on board, I always want to pick another Agicore against him, because Juggernaut, again, as the game goes on, Juggernaut loses 1v1 to most of the other big Agicores.
Fair point, especially one that becomes unkillable. The thing for Pavaga is they've already shown both those supports. There isn't really room for a secondary save for some, like, the Dazzles or the Oracles. Actually, interesting to look at is that the Darkseer came out that early and there wasn't a counter to it at all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oracle really not touched. I thought that I guess it doesn't. I guess it sort of makes sense because, again, the one of the problems with this Pavaga Open is that if you don't have a player that's comfortable shifting ET into the offlane occasionally, you've given away both your supports. So they're no longer as worried about the Darkseer being countered by an Oracle pick.
Fair way to look at it. I think it's just like the Darkseer. If you just let him exist, he's gonna farm. There's always this argument of if a Darkseer can do enough with what he gets, right? Like, it's this type of hero that is going to farm. It fits in that category of, like, Underlord as well. So unless you've got some big wombo combos based around him, there's not really too much concern for Pavaga Jr. about him. Same time, like with Jug as well, you can spin down the wave pretty easily.
The other interesting thing about the Pavaga Jr. lineup here is that you have a lot of flexibility in terms of what you want to do with the pick. You could go Medusa and go, super late game, or you could go and you could show a very, very highly aggressive look here. I wonder if we're gonna see an old throwback to like the Razor Viper lane. Please no.
No, the classic. You forget, Nahaz. The classic was Razor versus DP.
Oh wow, I miss those. Actually, I like DP.
I mean, that was like an interesting kind of mid matchup because they were looking to do the same thing in the end. It was just all about melting through towers as quickly as possible, and they balanced out fairly well. You
got dumpstered though as DP in that matchup.
Yeah, but if you survived, then you would know. You knew you were going to go for towers first.
I played that lane way too many times, and it's just super annoying.
Yeah, I used to be a Razor spammer. Then I got bored of the hero because they nerfed him. See, that's the excuse, guys. When you stop playing a hero because it got nerfed, just say you got bored of it. All right? Don't say it's not OP now and you don't feel like you're getting easy wins. Just say you got bored. Like Tusk, I'm getting a little bit bored of him now. So, moving away from him.
So something mid that's going to be able to do okay against this Razor. It's not an easy ask.
Odie's been banned out. Although that was a bit of a messy matchup when we saw it in the Na'Vi game.
Again, the old pick here would have been Viper. You try and break even in that mid lane.
I mean, sure.
I don't think you want DK.
But then you're a Viper.
They've run some Lesh.
All right, the SF.
Okay. I think that is super risky. I think this SF is going to get roamed on really nastily.
I mean, yeah,
you got the potential. And the other thing is, right, ordinarily when you pick an SF here, you pick it because you can start your Lich mid the first couple of waves, but you've already got a Bane on board. And I'm not convinced that, if you put your Lich in the mid lane with the SF, you're going to be against Bane Razor. And that's not a situation you want to be in either.
True. Bane is more or less the king of those 2v2 mid scenarios right now. Lich not as strong at that anymore since they got rid of the sacrifice. He wants to be more active. And that's the other thing, right? Like, you can stick him mid. The Frost Shield chase down isn't as great because it's such a short lane as well.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. When you draft Lich Jug, right? You draft that because that lane is insane. Now that's part of it's part of the value of the Jug carry is that if you come out of that lane ahead, which you usually will when picked alongside a Lich, you're going to be able to consolidate that advantage and play on the enemy side of the map. If all of a sudden you're having to shift that Lich to mid to help out the Shadow Fiend early, the Jug doesn't get off to that great start like he did in the last game, and that last game looks totally different. Jug's not a hero that can be behind at any point.
True. And then at the same time, you're up against these anti-carries, right? The good news is, I'm trying to think, Static Link, does it get dispelled on the Omni Slash? I mean, it wouldn't matter anyway, right? No.
Yeah, I believe it does, because you're hit.
Yeah, because it's a strong dispel now anyway.
Well, it doesn't. It's the hidden and invulnerable status that would do it. The question is, like, does Static Link get dispelled if you Euls yourself?
Okay. True. I don't know. I'm just looking at this for Pavaga. I like the troll pickup. The Razor versus the SF. The only thing I can think of here for Urgon, the way this goes his way, is he survives until like level 4 without anything going wrong, and then he just starts to farm faster than Pikachu can. But that has to be the way you play this lane. You can't look for kills onto the Razor. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, big time. Although you worry a little bit about that, right? The with the Bane Earth Spirit combo along with the Darkseer, you're going to be able to contest. You should be able to contest jungle fairly effectively if the lanes go reasonably. So I don't know that you can just I don't know that you can just like stack for this SF and try and accelerate him over the Razor.
True.
But you are right? So the problem that we talk about with Razor is the problem that we used to talk about with OD before his orb was splash damage. And that was that he wins his lane and then he just kind of sits there because he can't really hit towers and he can't really flash.
Yeah, it's that kind of like, well, I picked Razor and I won the lane, but the problem is I'm now playing Razor. Like, it's not that hero's going to be in win condition. So, normally when you see these sort of drafts, you have...
But the difference here, though, is that your 3 through 5 is so solid that Razor can play 4-man Dota, and you're happy.
Well, the thing I was going to say is, like, in this scenario, usually when you want to draft a Razor, you have 2 strong out lanes, right? So you got the Troll, yes. But the Darkseer isn't exactly this hard hitter that's going to deliver. It's not like the Slardar. So if you imagine this scenario where you have someone like a Slardar on that lineup, the Razor just kind of creates this space in the mid game. He shuts down the mid, and then you bully the out lanes.
Super smart, though, by Pikachu. So Pikachu is we saw this in the game that we cast with Navi earlier. Pikachu intentionally whiffs his mid block so that the lane rubber bands, and SF has to worry about that roaming threat even more.
And it's not easy to get those early denies or early CS, not against the new Razor with that backswing. It's much easier to actually get those CS, as you can see right there.
Yeah, and look at this. Look at this. He just ensures that you get zoned completely off the wave. You're going to get those full duration links off.
It's going to be worrying. Maybe if SF got another 1 armor, that might have been the decider here.
Somewhere RTZ is laughing all the way to the bank.
But eventually it'll pay off. All right, we've seen this before. It's a build up. It's a long build up to TI. It's a bit like the Skywrath with TI4. Patch after patch after patch until suddenly you had a hero.
Okay, SF finally gets a couple of CS online there.
We're just overly invested in that lane, aren't we? We're like, well, how badly is the first 2 minutes going to be? Could be worse.
Meanwhile, the other lanes, the Jug's looking pretty good.
Ult top, going on J4, doing a lot of damage. They can't finish him off though. Brain Sap will protect them. Once they have level 2, though, I don't think Bane can be anywhere near that creep wave.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This dual offlane is pretty scary. Yeah, we're gonna get to the point where you get crushed as Bane and you're in a great deal of trouble.
Does get pretty spooky, and what we should typically see here is a max out on the Bash of the Deep. You usually leave Slithering Crush at level 1, then max out Sprint plus Bash of the Deep. Just to run at them, basically. The only time I think I'd ever advise someone maxing out Slithering Crush is if you're, like, up against a Broodmother. And even then, it doesn't feel great to have to do.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, Kazu's taking a lot of harass in this top lane. He learns to double crush, but they just don't care.
But the Aurora trying to fight up against this. The Willing Axe has come out. The Slithering Crush has been used again. They need to run away, but Kazu can't move quick enough. He has got the stick. Another touch. The Nightmare's going to come out. And Plantomos can finish this off with the Willing Axe. His first blood gets drawn.
Yeah, just like you draw it up. And, you know, Slardar does start with that 6 armor and Stout Shield, but it's still not enough to sustain the harass against double ranged. That's the power of the Bane.
You know, I'm going to look at it from the core mentality. This is the support's fault. ET bait, like ET bait, at best, ET did bait him in with that, right? That move didn't need to happen. I get what he's trying to achieve, but at the same time, it just encourages Kazuo to come back. He was almost dead already. Roll in mid lane.
Oh.
Ergon.
There's
Chasing
the
onto him. Turns around with the razor, says, stay
about.
back, Pikachu. I've got mangoes to play with. Nicely done by Ergon to quickly react with that as well. Because your first thought is I need to escape, not I need to turn around and raise the razor.
Oh, but that's your best way of surviving, right? Recognizing that playing on low health.
It's true. It's kind of the thing, you know, like, this is what Shadowfeed. This is how you win these lanes. You always have to play around these razors. It's not about how well you do on the CS. It's always about how well you hit your razors. I mean, sadly, CS is going to suffer a little bit again due to a lack of damage.
Yeah. This, by the way, is the power of the Jug in this bottom lane. You are able to leave him completely alone against potentially the dual lane, even though I know the Earth Spirit just roam mid. But, you know, that 8 armor right now means that he can tank creep waves and just be completely self-sustaining.
And Paul, the Earth Spirit can't even hang around. Almost dies there.
Right.
Yeah, he's just left to his own devices. Like, this is the thing we said, though. The Darkseer, it's not really this hero that pressures without a very specific hero matchup.
Darkseer cuts waves, but Jug just doesn't care.
Plantomos.
Action here top. Kazu does look like he's in...
Oh, the Willing Axes. The missed chances to stick as well. Plantomos does miss his Willing Axes. Doesn't matter, though. Kazu trying to move away. Got Slithering Crush, but gets stunned up. It'll go down.
Oh, where's my bash, bro?
Oh, bash, please. Hey, I used to love that, right? The old Lifesteal, old Slardar matchup. That was my favorite. You just max out. You just max out your bash. Your favorite? Yeah, because you just maxed out bash. No, because like Lifesteal's always been this boring hero that just kind of doesn't really lose a lane. You can't really easily force him off a lane. And you just maxed out the bash and just went with the RNG chances, and there was nothing you could do. I'm sorry, I like making Lifestealers suffer. It's let's be honest, it's not a fun hero to be up against.
I'm on board with that.
I mean, it's kind of the tedium of that hero, right? Like, as a Darkseer as well. Oh, I Iron Shelled the creeps. Well, I'm a melee hero, so I'm in trouble. And Simon in trouble as well. Cross shield can get low. It's up as well. Yeah, the Jug did pick up the bounties. They do give a kill top in the meantime. 2 runes a piece right now.
I'm completely okay with that. This Jug is getting a lot done. The Darkseer is going to have farm.
Yeah, but what does he do with that farm in comparison?
Exactly.
He's building in that Helm with Dominator. That'll be nice for him, but you're not really going to make plays under the Jug. That's always the problem.
Meanwhile, though, SF is getting back into this mid lane.
All things considered, yeah. Like, he hasn't died. This is the thing we talked about.
Yeah, exactly. There's only been one rotation Spirit. It didn't work, and in fact, it you know, forced Pikachu to blow a salve.
I'm actually loving what I'm watching right now. It's like Pikachu can't get into the static link. Suddenly, Ergon feels like a champion.
Oh yeah. Careful now. You don't ever say the word champion in Dota. People get triggered.
Character as well.
Oh god, there you go.
Yeah. Well, what else can we come up with?
We laughed at Rich for that so hard. It was great. Okay.
You know, you just what characters you want. I'm trying to think what other terms are out that get used. It's like champion is more of like an FPS term than in my eyes than League of Legends, right? Like, oh
boy, now again, no, you're triggering people.
I'm a tournament,
the trigger
right?
meter is going.
Ooh, it's okay. If they got a problem with me, I've just got you. You know, you just press media a few times, we're good to go.
I like that. I'm definitely down.
Ada's gonna get mediated. Cheshire Cat turning into a Frenchman and running away as quickly as he can.
Boom.
Boom.
Can they get this? Can they get this?
Oh, J4.
J4, you're pretty tanky, buddy.
Trying to run away, but I hope you enjoy staples.
Have you seen my staple?
Yeah. Office utensils need to be left in the office. They're going to turn around Troll Warlord instead. Ergon arrives as well.
Nice.
Simon does get the kill, though. I'm not sure he intended to.
Feeding that.
You know, it's like it's kind of like trading, right? It's like, oh, let me live. What are you gonna give us? Oh, take this troll. Wait, what? So yeah, you keep J4 alive, but now your troll warlord is sitting pretty unhappy with that. It seemed like the Earth Spirit didn't want to commit at all. Like, he put a silence out initially onto the Shadow Fiend, but that was his commitment.
Yeah, and look at, I mean, again, nothing's much is happening mid, but this is such a good reason why Razor fell off compared to other heroes like DK is that, you know, Razor, what can he do with that creep wave there a second ago? He just right-clicks the tower a couple times. They basically no damage. If that's a DK, you know, that tower has like 500 HP gone.
It's true. And this was the thing we highlighted. If he doesn't get killed, he just does this, and he's always going to out-farm. So this is always the problem with the Razor pick. Is like, we were in a meta, we've been in this meta for a while, where you just look at heroes and your first thought is, can this hero farm? If he can't find a kill, what does it do?
Yeah, what's he doing with his time on the map?
Well, he's going top, that's what he's doing. Kazel's gone pretty deep with the Frost Shield on him. Stun connects on the 3, Nightmare's taken off, they're going to move away in Pikachu. I mean, you're getting the damage, but oh, there you go, that's how you farm.
Yeah, it's a four hero commitment that they're like, all right, peace. Meanwhile, our Jug is just sitting down here getting everything he wants.
Shadow Fiend is just poking away at the mid lane. Just farming up. As soon as you don't show, he'll move straight back in. Simon will be found. He'll go for the D wards, though. He's happy with that. He says, I've done my job.
Yeah. And this is also where, if you have it on CS, it looks like the Jug and the Darkseer are close. But then when you switch it over to net worth, you realize that a lot of those Darkseer CS are neutrals. And this is pure lane farm for the Jug.
Yeah.
And the bounties did get tweaked in this patch, but it's only 400 gold per lane in the first 40 minutes.
The bot lane, there is a dive onto the Juggernaut. He hasn't got the mana for the Omni Slash. He does give over the creep. And there's the healing ward out.
Healing ward, yeah.
There's thank you for the goal. See you later. Same time next week. It's time for runes as well. Getting ready to aggress in the top lane in the meantime. Simon is moving around the back, going to put down a ward to spot out if there is anyone hanging around here. Osper is TPing bot as well.
Lane ward.
Oh, stun comes out and troll.
They know the Jug's Zoom, but because he's went to that healing ward, he's basically healed all the way up.
Yeah. And Jug knows their bot now, so they can go top. Osper is just shown. Ergon is here. They ping out. They move in.
Palantimos, you can't die. You can't die.
A little bit too far forward. Goes down. They're going on J4 now. Since the gaze comes out, he will fall alongside it. And then they can turn on this tower. And what are you doing elsewhere on the map? Well, your Razor's sneaking in to get one of the runes. I'm not sure how you want to leave afterwards. He's got a ward, so he knows where they are. He'll go back towards the mid lane. Interestingly enough, no commitment to a push either. Ergon is just playing around farming as much as possible.
Man, it's kind of ballsy there by Palantimos to TP right back into that lane. He knows that 3 of them are, but he's not entirely safe still. A little bit fortunate that SF is playing on his own side of the map. He's more of a farm mentality right now.
Like, they know where he is as well because the ward spotted it all out. They know there's no support here for him either. And J4 is going to show mid in a moment as well. They're actually rotating towards Ergon. How do you connect on this? The scan's already coming out, so that's just a whoopsie daisy.
Yeah. And they know they want to secure this mid tower, which
I mean, this point in the game,
help to take.
It's worth it. You needed something. Meanwhile, in the top lane, there should be a push on this tier 1 as Juggernaut has rotated. Forfeiting the tower to Cheshire Cat in the bot lane. Interesting that he gives that up, actually. I thought he'd hang around and just make sure that could never fall. Yeah, then again, you want to play around their jungle.
2-for-1 so far. And the question is, will either side choose to sustain these pushes? I think as Pavaga that you can continue and threaten this tier 2 tower, and this is tough, right? I don't think that they have that Pavaga Jr. has a good angle to bring in support to protect this tower.
No, the helmet dominated catapult creep plus an extra wave. There's like, how do you get them off this? They have the high ground. Look at the wards as well, full coverage. They're anticipating a response. They want a response.
Oh,
they
absolutely.
might get it. Ergon, moving through.
Ergon, don't do this.
Star Wars episode 3. Star Wars episode 3. Simon. Simon says, but Simon should not do. Nice TP coming out from Ergon, but now he's in the middle of a mess. Simon tanking a lot, but will go down. The race turns them out. Here, trying to
It's
move
an
across.
optimistic Requiem. Okay.
Oh, there's a slash. Oh, nice. J4
Omni
tanked
for
the whole
Soul
thing.
Bane.
That does mean that the Earth Spirit can move away. Not very fast, though. He could use the Remnant to escape quicker. He doesn't care. So all in all, what did you get out of that? Right, you get the kill on the Darkseer and the Bane, but use the Requiem plus the Omni Slash.
Yeah, use the Requiem and the Omni Slash, and your bottom tier 2 is already on like a third health. More like a quarter. That's...
Didn't
It's
even get
tough.
the catapult creep either. He managed to... That was the important part. Darkseer's like, my life doesn't matter. Cardi is the true savior here. That means they can just renew the push. Like, Kazal's pushing this out right now. He's getting ever closer to that Vlad's pickup. There it is. And then he's going for a Midas.
Whoa, really?
That's... I mean, if you want to do that, you do that early, not after you get a Vlad's.
Well...
Oh,
I don't know.
They know where he is. Oh, Kazal. Poor Kazal. Silent start, slow down, stunned onto.
Yeah.
When you get the Slithering Crush out, you go for the TP away, but it's way too late. And there's the renewed push coming
there,
in.
but that's fine. Yeah, they're just gonna... Yeah, they're not really well positioned.
I mean, they've still got the
Bring
walls down. They've still got full
support.
vision.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They have a lot of protection.
Should be the tier 2 going down. In the meantime, what is Pavaga Jr. achieving? They've got the mech up
Farm.
on the Shadow Fiend. They need... I mean, yes, you're farming, as you said, but you've always got these Guardian Greaves. You need to actually start doing something with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I did not necessarily note the SF build, but...
This is the standard
this
now.
build SF means that you absolutely have to mix it up now.
Oh, Pikachu gets caught by the Sinister Gaze. Fall down as well. Gonna try and protect, turn around Simon. The roll through is good. Spirit Mate, sure that Lich disappears. Now he might disappear himself. They should melt for him pretty quick. Chase the 4 for the spin. The final raise comes out. A 1-for-1 trade. A lot of illusions there, though. Spooking him a little bit. It's all good, though. Troll's ready to push in the top lane in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, the big question is if the starter really does complete a Midas before his Blink Dagger, where's your catch?
You're basically relying on your Elder Titan. That's the, like, you're
Yeah,
relying on a
that's their
Godly
catch.
Stomp. Yeah, that's not a good catch. But that's what you got, all right? When the lines are drawn in the sand. The only one shot. Runes. Free go in the way of Pavaga here. Not to be confused with Pavaga Jr. This is still less confusing than when TNC dropped Tigers and TNC burst Tigers. That was more confusing for me. So I can deal with the Junior Daddy mix up. All right, it's easy.
What am I missing here? Why does Jug have a casual Javelin? Are we going Maelstrom? I guess we must be going Maelstrom.
Yeah,
okay.
he's got it queued. Hey, it's not bad for going to Slash as well.
Yeah, it's just an interesting sort of... Yashra Maelstrom is not a build I necessarily see a lot. It's fine. It's fine.
You know
I'm
what
not-
I've actually
I'm not bothered by
started
that.
doing is like I've been looking at more heroes I want Javelins on. Ursa is now in that category.
Oh, God.
Well, because you can build in a Maelstrom, right? If you're a carry, you want something that's going to amplify your farm. That's why like Jugs get Maelstrom more than anything.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to go into your... I basically thought that you were going to go into your 4-position Ursa as the new 4-position Wind Ranger where you build a naked Javelin early and go screw with people.
I mean, theoretically you could, although I'd probably rather have your Urn and your Flats. So, no, no. The way I build my support Ursa is I don't even bother putting a point in overpower. It's
Scan
beautiful.
connects.
Yeah,
I know,
it's a
but
lit
it's not
skill.
gonna save.
They might catch more though. Happy Diorara. Go for a nap, buddy. We'll get it off. Maybe you can move away quick enough. They don't want to commit a Fiend script for a kill into an ET. They do slow him down with the plasma field though, and they get the kill.
Oof. You have it has to be bothering you right now. Yes, I know the Juggernaut and the SF are the top 2 farmers on the board, but you got this mech is Greaves on your SF. Jug's a hero that needs to be sustaining momentum playing on the other side of the map. And as of yet, you know, the sum total of what you've been able to get done is that top tier 1.
I mean, you're committing Omni Slashes for kills on Banes here. This is not
Surging
feeling
in on
good.
the tomato here.
Alright. Happy Clapper moving forward. Simon can't escape either. They need to get rid of the creep. Ergon finally turns around. Simon taking a lot of damage. The vacuum back into the wall. And uh-oh, it's a trap. Boulder smash through. Urgon sidesteps it, but he has nowhere that he can run. Gonna go for the raise. The Requiem, can he do enough though? Gonna turn around now. Double hogs, but Pikachu's just healing up. Stands his ground. They'll finally pop him again. Castle moving through, but gonna be cutted out. No slivering crush for 3 seconds. Earthsplitter's come through. Maybe they can do enough with it. They'll cut them in. Cat getting low. Needs to move away right now. No surge though for 2 more seconds. Oh, need another staple hit. The Aurora cannot finish the deal, but on the other side of the fight, Pikachu is being pursued. Hio running down. But if you keep this distance for like another half a minute, you'll kill him with your passive.
Yeah, and funny. The biggest thing, obviously, though, is the SF going down. That hurts so much.
Especially with the Guardian Greaves. He got it off. He looked like he was going to be fine.
Well, he used it super early, right? He used it right after the Darkseer just sent the big bear in on him with the Ion Shell. And so the Greaves weren't there when they got re-engaged on from the backside.
Definitely problematic. You want to wait lower, of course, because you get that additional heal on lower HP. That's the big deal. I think I'm pretty sure he popped that at like 35% HP. It wasn't that close.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. No, he felt like he had to use that super early. He felt like, you know, the Darkseer was just kind of trying to push him back. I don't think that they read that they had 2 more heroes there at all.
Well, it became obvious once the wall was down, but then it was a little bit too late.
Yeah, exactly.
And it should be pointed out to people, like, what Argon's done here with his build isn't wrong. Like, this is you ask almost any SF player, this is what you do right now. You have to go for the Guardian Greaves build.
But it has huge implications for how the hero plays, right? You're not just necessarily this pure flash farmer anymore.
Yeah, well, it's more that you can't be the damage in the fight either. You're relying on this Jug plus this Slardar to deliver. Ball goes down, Fiend's Grip comes out, ET's been found.
Nice.
Quick pick off. Roche is up as well, so they can converge towards the pit, but going to look for more first. Boulder Smash comes out, Simon. He can't escape. He might have a stun now, but it's a channeled one, so you're stunned too.
Yeah, you have no ability to create kills as Pavaga Jr.
Which is weird when we're talking about Pavaga's lineup, which includes the Darkseer. Like this hero that's usually just renowned for farming and keeping people alive. Instead, they converge towards the Roche pit. They might try and interrupt here. Theo has got the Arm Slash to work with. A lot of damage done with the razors, but the Nightmare comes out. There's the Guardian Greaves. It's okay to use it at this point, because the Cheshire Cat is using it. Keep them out of the pit. They might just go in. I mean, they've got level 1 Corrosive Haze, plus the Vlads. They're quick here.
Yeah, this Roche is going to go down
Surge.
fast.
Oh, they interrupt the Centaur and go. The Stomp will come out now. Juggernaut getting super low. The Raise not doing enough with the Requiem. Nice Stomp on the free. They're going to actually use the Chain Frost. They throw it out. Urgon moving in right now. Trying to get this Raise out. Earthsplitter's fruit gets rid of Bane, but no. The Root's going to be there. Blandemos stunned up. Can't chase through. Urgon still going to fall. Pikachu turns around. Moves on to the ET next. He can't get away. They'll be going down, and they've secured the pit. And they say thank you very much for speeding this up, Pavaga Jr.
Yeah, absolutely.
They even lose
nice
time.
prioritization from Pavaga.
I mean, I like the move from Urgon. You saw what he's doing, right? He's just holding the Requiem and channeling it constantly on the high ground. But in reality, like, it doesn't matter that you're reducing damage with that. You need to be doing damage.
Exactly. And that, again, yeah, that's been my source of anxiety from the get-go with this SF Jug when you didn't get enough out of the laning phase, which is why the Razor pick, I think, worked out so well. As you start to have damage issues real fast. You don't want to end up in a situation. Jug and Troll are at farm parity. Troll at farm parity is just going to own Jug every fight.
Especially with this Basher build. We've been seeing so much focus from teams with their Trolls on these Tanic, Sanj, and Yasha's builds. Instead, you're stopping off for a Basher. It just gives you that lockdown to easily kill off the Jug before he can even react.
Yeah, exactly.
They will kill Simon.
Addresses the one sort of deficiency of these Darkseer lineups is that you have no hard lockdown from the 3 position.
I'm just trying to figure out how you approach Pikachu as well. Like Sanj and Yasha plus drums, the classic Razor build.
Yeah.
Almost BKB as well.
I actually really like the Yules that I've seen more recently.
I mean, in this scenario, though, you're just a front line. Like, look at the lineup. You're just running at people. That's all you have to do. You're kind of all in that regard. Like, you got Surge to escape for one person. Sleep coming out onto Troll. The one person that matters the most for the side of Pavaga right now. Stun's going to be on Pikachu. Turns around though. Static Limb coming out. Silenced up. There's the Chain Frost being thrown out, but the Fiend's Grip is going to be there. They're trying to get him low. Can they finish all the Jug in time? Chain Frost still bouncing around. Pio will Omni Slash before he dies. Now he's going to turn around. Plandomos with the Battle Trance. Turns on the Urgon, trying to root him in place. Trying to move away, but he can't quick enough. It looks like Plandomos will kill him off. Jug stays alive. He does get some kills, but Plandomos is still living. Still has that Aegis to work with as well.
Yeah, they're going to re-engage, basically disengage, get the shrines. Yeah, this works.
I mean, they could kill the Jug if they want to. They have that second life. They're going to be a little bit careful, though, because Lich is back up. This is the good thing about being level 6 at 23 minutes in. When you die at the start of the fight, you're up before the fight. Exactly.
Yeah. There you go. That's why pushing high ground is hard. Interesting to see Darkseer go for the medallion pickup there. Did I see that right?
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's all about Troll. Like, this is a Troll story. And he's going to get huge power spikes soon, by the way. He's up to 16. Once he gets that 20 talent with the damage increase, no one can stand up against that guy.
Yeah, and he's already got the Basher on board.
And the DD rune, too. They want to try and connect before it runs out. They got smoke active. Yeah, they know about nice, Razor as well.
Oh, the scan, the Radiant scan hits, though. Nice use of the scan there.
I mean, was it, though? Because it just baited them into thinking they were being ganked mid. Instead, straight into the base. Pavaga go.
Yeah, I was thinking they were going to do something different there, but okay.
Jug is TPing back right now. Hasn't got the Omni Slash for 30 seconds, the problem. They just hit buildings. They could take 2 lanes if they want to. They've still got the Aegis to work with. Decent amount of time left on it as well. 2 minutes.
I mean, hey, Slardar. Yo. Hazel.
Hey, buddy.
Base.
Yo, you got a blink, right? Maybe you want to come use it? That'd be nice. Oh, here it comes now. Storm connects under 1. Only Troll. They can actually stun 2 if they want to, though.
Yeah, you still got to shoot through the Aegis on this Troll, though. That's so tough.
Not to mention the Battle Trance as well. He's got everything he needs. They're trying to buy time. They have the Omni Slash available now. Pikachu says thank you very much for the 100 damage. Back to hitting buildings. Nightmare comes out. Troll just being handled a lot. Pikachu finishes the tower and moves away. They want to use an Omni Slash. They want to actually try and get someone on the disengage, but they can't. Plantomos is just frontlining all the way out.
And just methodical play here by the side of Pavaga. They're going to back up after that tier 3, get the shrine. You know, they don't force the action even though they do have the Aegis advantage.
They do get 4 runes, though.
Play.
There's the real discipline. They know where the real gold is on this map. About 100 gold each for each of those. Oh, a lot of gold. Now up to 12k net worth lead. Like, Pavaga are starting to pull away.
Oh, it just feels so good when your 4 position Earth Spirit has the farm to be your Vlad's carrier.
Movement in the mid lane. Slardar went in. BKB activated by Pikachu, trying to chase forward, but has to back away. I'm not sure if the BKB was really... I mean, I get why you would. Like, when a Slardar jumps forward in that manner, you expect his team to be behind him.
Oh, it's absolutely fine. Now, I like this idea here, but you see the Dire anticipated that they might have been a little bit premature in their scan, though. No, it hits.
No, it hits. Jug just about walked into it.
That's a very common place to sort of back up and smoke now that you know Razor's BKB is down. And I like that scan used by the Dire side behind it, and they're just going to vacate this upper right portion of the map. Very nice.
Both teams baiting each other. First Slardar forcing that BKB. Upper left, upper right, bottom left, bottom right. You know, there's 4 options. If we say them all, we're probably covered. They're going to smoke and return, actually. They haven't got one right now. They got it coming out? No, they're just actually stacking. They're just trying to be smart about this, right? They don't need to push all lanes. The emphasis right now is on Junior to come out and actually try and take control of the map. They always have that bot lane pushing in as well. That's the biggest issue.
I just feel like this SF pick initially felt awkward to me, and it's felt more and more awkward as the game has gone on. Like, what's his role in this game?
What's his MO? I mean, he doesn't fit with the heroes around him. It sounds weird to say that, like, what are you talking about? You know, you got Ampy's damage up the Corrosive Haze. You know, you got your front line to an extent. But the way you build SF now isn't based on huge right-click damage. It's based on utility and magic.
That's right. He's no longer this big damage engine to go to.
You know what? You know what the recovery point is? Level 25. 40% cooldown with Guardian Greaves. Because remember, all right, that is actually attached to the cooldown now.
Oh, no, I understand. That's the... this is... Iceberg popularized this sort of raw template for playing SF. Even though he did it a little bit differently. But at the spellcasting SF...
Of course, that's why, like, Dazzle made his now more threatening than ever with the changes they made to him. They reduced his early game a little bit, but now Mech is god tier on that hero with the cooldown reductions.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
PO.
The idea that Mech can sort of stack on a much shorter timer now.
Vlada? Well, they want the Fiends to rip the Juggernaut, but they'll accept the Fishman instead. PO was probably more close to death than he realized for a moment there. Just about broke the tree line in time. God bless Agi heroes and their movement speed.
Man, I have a hard time seeing a win condition for Junior here.
All right, I'll help you. So you see that Ancient in their opponent's base?
Oh.
They have to kill that. Yeah, that is how that's the win
analysis.
Condition. Sleep coming out in the troll. Preemptive surge. Better safe than sorry. I mean, he doesn't have an Aegis anymore. And a minute until Roche is up as well. So yeah, let me take the analysis to the next level. So you see those towers as well, right? You have to get them. So then get the Ancient.
I like this decision to back up and Radiant are going to blow this game a little bit early.
Uh-oh. They might try and go
We're going to try and get a pick up on the Jug.
Yeah. Okay. That's a greedy slot. BKB activated. Pikachu moving in. Requiem is going to be used, but Urg on a full retreat. Pikachu doesn't give a damn about it. Boulder Smash misses, though.
Oh, man. I misread that hard. I thought we're gonna have a reset there, but boy, Junior just pushed out a base.
Like, why? Yeah. I get what they're trying to achieve there, but at the same time, you're up against the Bane. You know, you see the position of the Troll. The Troll is not afraid of anyone on your team right now. I mean, why would he be?
Exactly.
It's like, oh, you've Omni Slashed me? I'll just Battle Trance if I'm almost dead. It doesn't matter to him right now. You need some form of lockdown. And I just can't see it right now. You have to somehow get rid of the backline.
I just don't get the value of showing any kind of contest there when Daddy here has a big time catch advantage on you.
Daddy's gonna have a second life on you.
Oh yeah.
They'll even test which one of them is lactose intolerant because there's gonna be an Aegis and cheese on the ground very fast here.
Lactose intolerance, really?
What? This cheese
could be soy cheese. Oh no, that's.
Does that look like soy cheese to you?
That's disgusting.
I mean, we could just
way too late on that smoke.
We could always just ask Casey. Like Casey would know. They had the cheeses before. I'm assuming it is Swiss cheese. Would that be right, or is that am I thinking of a different one? Is Swiss cheese that? No, wait. What was that one? Because that's got the skin. I can't remember. I'm a mature cheddar man. All right. I'm a man of simple needs in life.
I'm a triple cream brie guy every day.
I bet you're a freaking
blue
it must cheese eater as well.
Okay, no. I absolutely am. Come on, though. If you're gonna have a cheese from Switzerland, you have Emmentaler, not this crap that they call Swiss cheese in the States. That's it's wrong. I have family in Switzerland, and the fact that what they call Swiss cheese in the States is just like the worst stuff ever is so triggering.
I'll tell you what, Haz. I think I'm a fussy. I'm trying to expand the palate, right? If we were in an event together, we'll go on some sort of like piece of content, cheese tasting sessions, right?
Oh, I'm good. Absolutely.
With some fancy wine. You know what we need? We need an event in France. That would be the perfect place to do this sort of thing. You just go around, sip some wine.
I am waiting for the Burgundy Major.
Hell yes.
I will not survive the event. I guarantee it.
Just turn up on the panel in a stereotypical looking Frenchman outfit because you're too wasted to realize what you've just done.
Oh my lord.
Look at the moments next day, media those out of existence.
Yeah, the liver damage alone.
Hey, but you will have a beautiful roster of berets by the end of it. So that's good. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing, actually.
No.
Oh.
I look silly enough as it is. I don't need any help.
I don't know. And that'll be another piece, right? We'll go shopping, fashion hunting with us. See, this is serious here. I'm telling you. All right, Plantamos down to half HP, but doesn't give a damn. Goes back in, says hello, buildings. Still does not have level 20, by the way. He should get it off this creep wave, and then things melt pretty fast.
Yeah, that 50 damage is just insane.
Crush on it too. Requiem being charged up. The back end of the wall.
Nice
the Beast Grip comes out. Shadowfiend just gets deleted. Flies back instantly. He hasn't used a Requiem. That's the good news, but you're going to lose heroes in the meantime.
No
Pikachu stands his ground. PO goes to the Omni-Slash play. Pikachu taking a lot of damage for Easter Cheese. And LOL will tank the rest of it. No, the timing of the roller boulder. Oh, Jug. He couldn't escape. He'll buy back, but it's too late. Palantimos on the Battletron's going to stand his ground. And Shadowfiend is going to go down. Palantimos will finally pop through the Aegis, but PO, he's all alone in his face. No one to help him out as Simon falls alongside him. And that'll be the GG as Pavaga take the series 2-1 versus their baby juniors.
Man, too much troll in this one. Yeah, I think the SF pick just really derailed the... At the very end of that draft, we saw Razor, and you saw, Junior had their full complement of reserve time and burned like 2 minutes of it, just kind of saying, all right, what are we going to do against this Razor in the mid lane when we already have this Lich that we don't want to pull off his lane with Jug? And yeah, at the end of the day, this SF just felt so awkward as a response.
Yeah, we saw it, right? Like, there are ways you can make it work, and we said... Actually, early on we went, this isn't too bad. The SF is CSing. He's not dying to the rotations. There's maybe something here. But it never felt like Junior were able to connect with the rotations. Once they picked up that Guardian Greaves, their fighting just really went downhill. There was one fight, and we talked about the mistiming when using the Greaves. Other than that, I don't feel like we ever saw a good value use of the Shadowfiend.
Well, and on the other side, right, you got Bane, Spirit, and Greaves Dom Solar Crest on the Darkseer. You actually have a ridiculous amount of sustain coming out from Pavaga, and you could just see that they could push and reset without ever leaving the Radiant side of the map. And that I won't try not to repeat it too many more times, but if Jug has to play on his own side of the map, he's just not a hero.
Absolutely. Well, that does mean that is a series out of the way. In a deceptive fashion, because we didn't start the first game of the series. It gets confusing, I know, lads. It will get more confusing because we're not quite sure 100% what we're doing next. We think we are on Virtus Pro versus the Pango, but we need to know what the people in Sweden are going to decide. We'll take whatever they don't, basically. So it may be that they do the VP game, we do the Gambit. I'll get you guys updated as soon as I have full confirmation. So stay tuned, guys. We should be back not too long from now.